I would hear everything that was being said in the data meetings, but when you go back to your classroom, you as a teacher have to assess where your children are, what they need, and what makes learning fun, what exposes them to ideas. So I always try to do things to make the learning come alive. Like, if we had an incident happen in school where a child was bullied, I would post it on the blog and let the children write about it. That's the use of technology, but it's discussing the world around them. What are the things that were positive and what were the things that were negative? We did a podcast, interview, and those were things that I connected to learning outside of curriculum.
Anthony looks like he's ready.
The project-based learning to me is the greatest one, because I think many times it's easy to plan, but when you're intentionally including technology, I think one, it teaches the teachers because then they learn a tool, but then you also are thinking about what mistakes might the children have with this technology. What are some of the potential errors that come with it? But instead of trying to solve all of those problems, maybe it's okay to let the children run into it and let them solve that problem. And I think that is what's cool, because the project-based learning is not just what you plan, it's also troubleshooting and learning to critical think around technology. How cool would it be for them to recognize that there are different ports on a computer and that each port has a different kind of connection? Like those things that we think that they know, they might not know, but just doing things will expose them to that and help them become problem solvers and help them recognize the needs for things to work. I think that's great. It should be connected. Like if third grade, they were reading a story, the Kamishi Batman, and that is a Japanese storyteller. Okay, that's great. Google it. The story you read was fiction. Google it for real. See a real Kamishi Batman. What does that look like? That is research. Present on that. And it doesn't even have to be long, but make a presentation in one of your small groups that tells you what that is. Google and then present. How great is that? Or even the experience of, let's do an interview. Let's Skype a real Kamishi Batman. How can we reach out to him? Or let's find a field trip that maybe not be a Japanese storytelling. Let's compare it to something else. We have all these Smithsonian museums here. Let's go to, the Native American Museum and listen to a Native American storyteller, and then compare it to what are the similarities and what is the difference. That's standards, and it's technology and it's fun. The children can own it. I had leaders that believed in me being able to do that, and I think that we have to continue to push an environment where there's no fear of being great, but more so on, but what are you doing with this lesson? It's not exactly what was scripted in a lesson plan, but is this a teachable moment? And how are you linking this to an experience that the children will never forget? How are the children taking ownership in that experience? And I think that is a culture that schools have to desire to create. I think Eagle, we're really trying to begin to push that, to really say, hey, take the limits off.